This is my 1-year review on my Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4xe 2023. I got it last November. Car's been great. Only had one problem, one small minor check engine light on in the beginning when it was the pump went out for the battery coolant charger, or the battery coolant for when it's charging, whatever it's cooled. And so, that got fixed right away. And ever since then, it's been great. I haven't ever reset the miles per gallon thing, so I put 14,492 miles on it, and most of them have been electric. I'll be honest with you. I haven't filled the gas tank since like the end of July, or no, the beginning of July, the end of June, I guess. It was like July 4th, whatever, I went to my buddy's house and used some of that gas, and so literally, usually I accidentally hit the reset button with my hand while I'm driving, and then the number gets reset. But usually, that's what my numbers look like, or better. I usually get more than 10 miles of electric per mile in gas. So every 20 miles in electric, I'll drive about 1.5 to 2 miles in gas. And so that's kind of what my driving habits are like, just mostly in electric. A couple days if I go to like downtown Seattle, whatever, the battery will get used, or the gas will get used. But for the most part, I just use this as an electric car, and I'm getting about anywhere from 25 to 30 miles on a charge. And the car's literally, I haven't really had to pay for gas. So I guess, long term, if I don't have to pay for gas, I just paid for tabs today. It cost me $860. I got the home charger. It's really nice. So I'm just going to, I usually just drain it to about 40, right about where it is now, and then I'll charge it. But, sometimes I'll let it go and drain all the way. But I didn't go that far today. And so I won't, if it's 80% battery, I won't charge it. I'll just let it go. And so I try, unless I'm going downtown, I'll try to, charge it to 100, and sometimes it's not. And that's why I had all those miles this week, because I didn't charge it at night, and I left the helm. It was only like 72% power battery, and I ended up having to use some gas. But, usually I don't. And so that's, if I wouldn't have had to go to do that, if I wouldn't have forgot, that number would have been lower. It would have been like 100 miles or whatever, or 1,500 miles on electric. But, you can see, 1,635 miles. There's 132 on gas, and I'm getting about 20 miles per gallon. I drive real light. I'm not like a speed racer or anything. I usually just keep it in 2-wheel drive, so it's not burning any extra fuel. And so that's like, 20, that's only like 11, maybe 12 gallons of gas. Or no, that's like 6 gallons of gas is 120. And so, 6.5 gallons of gas for 1,600 miles. And, well, you can do the math. That's, it's quite a bit of miles per gallon. It's about like 300 miles per gallon or something. It's like 6 gallons of fuel. It's like 1,800. So that's what that's rocking. And so whatever it says, that 47.1 number, usually I'm getting 300-400 miles per gallon probably, realistically. So I haven't had to fill the damn thing in 3 or 4 months, and I've reset that trip thing probably like 2 or 3 times. So it's probably got like 6,000 electric miles and maybe like 500 gas miles. And so the engine in this thing must be like not even broke in yet. It's like practically brand new. The instruction manual says you want to break it in. So right when I got it, I didn't have my home charger. I took it across the pass, went halfway across the state, drove it back, run it around in gas for like a couple months. So it had like about 1,500 miles on it in gas before I got my home charger. And then I just stopped using the motor basically, unless after I got the new update, where it just like e-latch mode, where I don't ever have to switch it. And now the gas never ever gets used, because the car used to just turn on for absolutely no reason and burn gas for absolutely no reason. I think like probably a quarter of that tank right there at least an eighth of the tank was just burnt just from the motor turning on when it didn't need to be. Just because I forgot to hit the button, it would just, like randomly just turn on and then shut off. Like, oh shit, whoops. And so now it's just, full on EV, and that number right there for, how many electric miles per, that I'm getting is going to even be greater now. And because, it's stupid thing won't be turning on, adding 0.1, 0.2 miles or whatever when I'm freaking, and it really doesn't need to be. I'll be like even going downhill with my foot off the freaking, accelerator, and the motor like turn on. I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? Like, man, like whatever, it just gets like turned on, happy. And so glad that's over with. And yeah, after that, man, this thing's just slow, really. Honestly, I drive this thing really slow. I take my time. It's big, doesn't stop like very well, and if I want to go fast, I have to drive my Hondas, because this thing's like, if it's whatever, it's like big, and people get out of your way for the most part when they see you're coming. But yeah, if you're trying to get somewhere fast, leave the Jeep at home. Use the the gas car, because whatever, this one's big and bulky. It's kind of, sure, it's fast, but it's so big, and it doesn't slow very well like a sport car. So whatever, it works great for what it does. And it's just, I drive my wife around in it, whatever. She's just goes to work, and it's just, going to this grocery store, a little grocery getter. You don't have to pay for gas. If you got an extra, couple minutes, if you're not like, stressed about time, and you're basically going the speed limit or under, because you really, this thing's not designed to probably be speeding, because you get better gas mileage in this thing when you keep your foot out of it, or electric miles out of this thing. So I'm always keeping my foot out of it. I'm always getting the best fuel mileage. They have like this little fuel efficiency thing here, whatever, it's somewhere in here. But what you want to do is just where is it? It's right there. It's that one, efficiency coach. And so, just always keep it in the green. And like, I didn't even realize what, that thing really ever meant. I never really, looked at it. And, but one day I just put it on, and I drive so slow. It's like always in the green. I'm like, oh, no wonder I'm getting such good electric miles and stuff. And I always, turn on and off the battery. When I coast, like if you're going to coast and you just want to coast like on a 5-speed where you just put it in neutral and you like coast downhill, and you're not like having to have your foot on the gas accelerator pedal, you get better you get better mileage out of it if you turn that off and you coast like you're doing a 5-speed on the flat. When you just had a like 3% grade, you can just turn that off and you can just coast right down the hill, and instead of like using energy, it'll just actually suck down just like a little tiny bit of energy drag. It just does a little drag. And if you want to not have that drag, you push the gas pedal in just a tiny bit, and you keep it at 0 just like that, and it'll be like basically having a car in neutral as you're going down the road. It's just like a roller coaster. You're just coasting. And so I do a lot of coasting, and so it's it's just, I get really efficient with it. And so just wanted to share my experience with this vehicle. And I think if I just use the electric part of this vehicle, there's no reason why it couldn't last 2, 3, 4, 500,000 miles. If you put 400,000 miles of an electric on it, and you only put 100,000 miles on the gas, shit, this thing, the motor pack will still be like new. You just probably only have to do oil changes and put a new battery pack in it sometimes. Hopefully, the electric motor, is good. I mean, it's, I'm not racing it around town. I'm being real energy efficient with it. And so really, it's good so far. And if it breaks down early, then, well, it's shitty engineering. So, but it seems pretty solid for now, and really haven't had any problems with it. Just probably saved a ton of money on gas. The way I see it, I save like $36,000 in gas by the time I'm done paying this stupid thing off or more. And then if I drive it for another like 4 or 5 years, I'll save another $36,000. So this vehicle will probably almost pay for itself. Be honest with you, like Mr. Oil Man just got hosed out of like 60 grand or something ridiculous amount, massive amounts of money. I got the rebate on this. I paid like $69,000 cash. It was like 72 out the door. Minus like basically I got 10 grand back because I got like a free charger and a bunch of free electricity out of the deal. And so like, the way I see it's about 60 grand, and I save like, 60 grand in power or gas. So I don't have to pay him. Like the electricity bill on this is basically like 30 or 40 bucks a month, and they gave me $400 worth of free electricity. So it's been free almost the last year. And so whatever, it's just like way cheaper to pay for electricity and not give the gas tax and the gas money so they can, fire Burisma prosecutors so Joey in there can run the fucking, world full of, corrupt gas oil people. And so I'm glad I'm not paying for gas and paying for that bloody oil money and all those bloody wars over there. And, Venezuelan oil, we're not even pumping American oil anymore. You want me to go like buy some oil from Iran while they do all this stuff over there in the Middle East and Israel? No thanks. Joey can help his buddies over there, not me. So I'm not funding terror. I'm not funding their stupid war money with the fuel. I don't barely ever use full fuel. I don't even want to put gas in it because gas is like extra weight that this car is going to have to tow around, which makes it get, worse gas mileage or electric mileage. So the least gas I can keep in this car, the lighter it'll be, the bit more efficient it'll be. And so, yeah, I was even contemplating taking the spare tire off the back because I wanted it more efficient, but whatever, I'll just haul it around for whatever reason. Maybe if someone rear ends me, they'll hit that first, and maybe it'll be a cushion for them, I don't know. But rock and roll, man. That's my video. That's my update, my 1 year update. Yeah, nothing but fun in this rig. Now it's time to get some weather driving in it. But I guess in the winter, you know what? I'm pretty sure my Integra would beat this thing in the winter, even though it's front wheel drive. It's got an LSD transmission. It's got snow tires. The tires that come with this thing are like the BF Goodrich, whatever, like KO3s or KO2s or whatever the hell they're called. And really, they're not like the best in the rain, and they're not the best in the snow. Sure, they work. They're rated for snow, but I'm definitely not passing people on the road. I'm not like go-karting this thing around in the snow like that thing. That thing's a damn go-kart in the snow, dude. I'll like fly past everyone, fly up hills. I'll do laps and circles around everyone. I can't believe how good that thing is in the snow. But the only problem in the snow is that thing's kind of low to the ground, and I can't go over medians and stuff when like other idiots on the road get stuck and they can't move and the road's blocked. It's the Jeep, like this Jeep, that just goes hops right over the median, and you can take off and everything. And so, the Jeeps, that's what's nice about the Jeep. But I just wish they had, Michelin needs to make some Ice X3s for this thing so that they're made of vegetable oil and they have, way more teeth for gripping on the ice so that you can actually drive this thing on ice much safer. Last year I drove on ice on this thing. It was like raining sleet, and when I got up in the morning and had to pick my nephew up from his work, the whole entire driveway, all the roads, was a sheet of ice. I kid you not, at least a half-inch thick. I had to like get cleats on to even attempt to walk down my driveway. It was like ice skating. You needed ice skating, setup just to even get anywhere, or the spikes on the bottom of your foot, and I had some from Costco, and luckily I parked the Jeep at the bottom of the driveway, because when I turned it on and hit the gas and I tried to move it, the whole Jeep just slid and off my driveway and then hit the snow where like it was like a big curb down there, just like there was a berm of the snow just hit it, and then really I had to pop it in 4-wheel drive, and it like barely would even get out of my driveway. It was so dangerous, almost like slid off the road. It was definitely Sketch Dog 2000, and I wouldn't, definitely drive this on ice again. And I'd be taking the other cars. And so, that's I guess my only complaint about this vehicle is, yeah, the tires on it could have been better. I think there's just one brand that makes a better one that's more, that's better in the all around. But Mickey was like a Mickey Thompson or something. My buddy was showing me, it's But those are probably, I'll try those ones next, and you know they're definitely you know they're might not be as good in the mud, like mud bogging, like the treads aren't as big in the mud, but like, you know, I'm not really driving this a whole lot in the mud, and so I'll probably end up getting the other ones when I do replace them. And but you know, hopefully one day they make snow tires so I can get a set of snow tires for romping around the passes. So I can drive on ice and snow much safer. This thing would probably be much better, you know, than my white car over there if I had some snow tires on it. But to each his own. And there you have it. It was my 1 year review. Have a great day, guys, and